I did not learn about food management growing up. I'm one of 19 children. And growing up, here's the really peculiar part of it. We had lots of food. Okay. Lots of food. There was lots of food for all of us. And then as soon as the meal was over, we would start preparing the next meal. And it took us 2 or 3 hours to prepare the next meal. And then it was time to eat again. The problem is this: when I moved away from home, I only knew how to cook for 21 people. I did not know how to cook for one. And so I fell into a situation of hoarding food only by default. Okay. It wasn't that I wanted to be a hoarder or that I was careless or that I had mental issues or whatever. It was just that that's all I knew. It was environmental. That's all I knew. And so as a result of that, what I did was I would go out, I knew how to stretch a dollar. I would take my resources and I would buy as much as I possibly could. I didn't just buy one apple. I bought the whole bag because for $1.50 more, I could get 8 more apples than if I just bought a single solitary apple. But I wasn't eating all the food. I wasn't eating enough for 20 people. And the first year that I lived away from home, I gained 86 pounds. And the scary part of that was I gained 86 pounds because I was trying to finish all my food. I did not want my food to go to waste. So how do you know if you're a hoarder? And the answer is, did you come from an environment that supported finish all the food on your plate, right? Don't waste any food. So you probably grew up with a huge respect for food and making sure that you finished your food and that you stretched a dollar and that you had enough food to last. And maybe you came from a place of scarcity. And if this doesn't apply to you, what we're talking about today, please don't judge it. Just start thinking in the back of your mind, do I have a food program? What is my relationship with food? And does this apply to anyone else in my family? Because maybe I'm not speaking to you today, but maybe I'm speaking to someone that you love, that's a family member that we need to have this conversation with. So ask yourself the question, how do you know? And this picture that we're looking at right here, and I did this on purpose so that I could make myself tiny on the screen and I could make my pictures big. This is a person that understands protection of food. They have all of their food processed in a way that it is free from ants and rodents and mice and bugs of any sort. This is a really great way to store your food. And it's in clear jars so that it's easy to access. The thing that we're missing on this particular picture is we're missing, I'm going to say masking tape, because there's no dates on any of this stuff. And I don't know how old this stuff is. So we're going to talk about some of these things, and then we're going to share some resources so that you can figure out, oh, yeah, I have containers like that in my pantry too. What do I do next? How do I know when to rotate them? How do I know how old the stuff is? We're going to start talking about some of those, and this is going to be an ongoing conversation. This is not something we're going to learn in one day. Okay. This is just the opening of the conversation. So I really want us to pay attention to the fact that because this is an ongoing conversation, we have to have ongoing tweaks to our program. Okay. So lots of people, like I said, never learned about food, and it's because nobody taught them.